Hey y'all, this GeekGyrl coming at you with a look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, if you don't know who Dahmer is, he was a serial killer back in the 80s and the 90s, and yeah, it was a big thing back then. But let's take a look at him, shall we? He was born May 21st in 1960 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dahmer was said to be an energetic and happy kid until a surgery before his 4th birthday. After that, he became more hidden and quiet. Even though he had a few friends in grade school, he started collecting dead animals and trying to put them together. Kind of like a Frankenstein thing, if you will. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, that's like the first signs, really, of a serial killer back in the day, and even now is hurting small animals, and I guess he was just fascinated with trying to put them together. So, I mean, it was kind of weird, but, I mean, it is what it is. In 1978, his parents divorced because of constant arguments and an affair. His mother got custody of his younger brother, and Dahmer, being of legal age, he moved on and moved out and did his own thing, you know what I mean? Alright. His first victim was a hitchhiker named Stephen Mark Hicks, who was almost 19 on July 18th, 1978, after his parents' divorce. I mean, it was like right after Dahmer turned 18 that he got this guy. It was his first person. After that, Dahmer went on to murder 17 men and boys from 1978 to 1991. Most of the murders took place in between 1989 and 1991, when he escalated to much more violent things. His murders being most gruesome, involving rape, necrophilia, and cannibalism. Like I said, this guy was a real, I mean, he took the cake. He really did. I mean, he was one of the most prolific killers we'd seen up until that point. I'm not going to read this entire list. Here on the left, this is his list of victims, all 17 of them. His first one obviously being Stephen Hicks in 78. And the reason I'm not going to read all of them is because there's a few names that I'm going to butcher, and I'm not going to do that and be disrespectful to the poor person who was killed and their families. So yeah, we're not going to do that. But his last kill, if you look, let's see, he did his first kill in 78. He did one in 87. So he had like a 9-month cool-off period. After that, he went completely kind of crazy. He did 2 in 88, 1 in 89, and then 90, he went to 1, 2, 3, 4. He did 4 in 90. In 91, he just blew up. He could not sit still for nothing. I mean, in July alone, he did 3. 4 if you want to include the one he got caught with. So, and on July 22nd, 1991, he was caught when his latest victim escaped and hailed police, directing their attention to his apartment. There they made their discovery of the body parts, pictures, acid, and a horrible smell. The cops immediately arrested him, which, of course, what cop wouldn't arrest him? I mean, that's just too much evidence right there. And what I understand about him is when they asked him what was happening, he just told them blankly, yeah, I handcuffed him. But he didn't give any explanation why he was trying to harass his next victim or anything. And then they just happened to find the pictures and had the smell, and then it's kind of blew up from there. After his arrest, his trial took place the following year in January. The trial itself took almost 4 months, with Dahmer pleading guilty. After serving a little over 2 years in prison, Dahmer, a reborn-again Christian, left his cell at 8:10 a.m. to do his assigned work, followed by 2 other inmates. By 8:30 a.m., Dahmer was found beaten with a metal pipe. He died in the prison hospital an hour later. Dahmer dead, mass murderer, beaten to death in a bloody attack in prison. That was the headline in Green Bay. Christopher Scaver, like I said, I butcher names, y'all know this. Christopher Scaver confessed to Dahmer and Jesse Anderson's murders, claiming God told him to do it. And Anderson being the third man who followed Dahmer to his duties that morning. So this is my review of what happened with Dahmer and whatnot. If y'all like it, let me know down in the comments. Y'all make sure you have a good day. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. We will see y'all later.